On this edition of Falmouth in Focus, keeping cool and catching some culture. Upcoming film festivals in town offer hours of air-conditioned travel through the human condition. So pop the popcorn and check out our little preview of the movie Marquee. This is Falmouth in Focus, and it starts right now. Hello, and welcome to Falmouth in Focus. I'm Eileen Preston. Michael's on the road. It's July, with all its heat, humidity, and cicada serenades. A jump in the ocean is one good way to beat the heat. Another is an escape to the cinema. Once again this season, we're lucky enough to have two superb film festivals with features to make you laugh, learn, and think. We'll get to the bigger of the two festivals, the Woods Hole Film Festival, in just a moment. First, we're headed to the Falmouth Jewish congregation, where movies are rolling every Tuesday evening from July 8th through August 1st. Pamela Rothstein is the congregation's Director of Lifelong Learning and relishes her annual role as the festival director. She stopped by FCTV to share a preview.
Curating the Summer Jewish Film Festival is one of the favorite aspects of my work at Falmouth Jewish Congregation. It's exciting to put this on. I spend months previewing films, and I only have 5 or 6 films I can choose. So I'm going to tell you about each film and why I chose that. Opening night film is Bad Shabbos. Shabbos is a sort of a Yiddish pronunciation or a certain kind of Hebrew pronunciation of the word Shabbat, the Sabbath.
Your parents are good on Shabbos?
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't want them to freak out.
They're not going to freak out.
This is filmed on the Upper West Side of New York. A young man and his fiancée, who is just converting to Judaism. They are meeting for a Sabbath dinner, Shabbat Friday night dinner at the groom's parents' house and awaiting the arrival of the Midwestern and non-Jewish bride's parents. What can go wrong? Just about everything, including a dead person in the bathroom.
David, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, bud. Oh, God. Oh.
Is he dead?
We don't know if this is a murder, it's some kind of mystery. Kira Sedgwick leads a fantastic ensemble cast as they pivot and make things up and try to control a really out of control situation at this Sabbath dinner. The next film on July 15th is a musical drama, Midas Man, a biopic about Brian Epstein, the famous fifth Beatle, the manager of the Beatles, Jewish Englishman who discovered the Beatles, and the film is terrific in showing his incredible determination to make them stars.
Those boys will be bigger than Elvis.
He was also a gay man at a time where that could not be open, and tragically died young of a drug overdose. So why did I choose this one? Among other things, it's a very compelling story that should be told, and I give the director a lot of credit for portraying the Beatles. That's really hard to do.
How was that, Mr. Martin?
I think there's some promise.
Some promise.
July 22nd, the feature is Soda. It stars Lior Raz, whom everybody would recognize from Fauda, also Gladiator 2. The setting is Israel in the early 1950s, and it's the story of a group of Polish partisans who have resettled in Israel together. Very tight community, still very much rooted in their partisan experience. So that really defines who they are. A stranger comes to town, and she is a seamstress. But there are rumors that she was a capo in one of the concentration camps, and the capos were the Jews who were given duties overseeing other Jews.
לא הייתי קאפו. זה מספיק לך? שפצה בבקשה. את לא עולה. האישה הזאת הייתה קאפו. זה אשר מהמפעל של הסודה אמר. היא סתם מטורפת. די! לא רצויה פה, הבנת?
And so that puts him in this situation of trying to be true to his heart, but true also to his band of partisans and not being caught in the middle and not knowing what to do. I really like that it was a setting that you don't see so much. It talks about that generation of people who survived the Shoah, the Holocaust, and came and resettled. And it talks about the challenges that they faced. On July 29th, the single documentary of the series is Welcome to Yiddish Land.
Just like the Inuit have got 300 plus words for snow, Yiddish has got 300 plus words for loser.
What I loved about this film, which is directed by an Australian, is that it explores the creativity of artists working in Yiddish culture around the world and exposed me to artists I had never heard of. A lot of performance is part of this. You get to see actors and musicians and how they are creating Yiddish arts around the world in each of their settings, from the States to Berlin, Australia. So I think everybody would come away from this, as I did, with fresh insights into this ongoing and deepening performance of and devotion to bringing Yiddish culture to light and also modernizing it.
כל החיים אני רץ. יש אנשים שנולדו לרוץ.
So the final film, the closing film, is a big one too, Running on Sand. And it was a nominee in the Israeli Academy Awards in 4 categories. This is a story about Eritrean refugees who are threatened with deportation.
אם אתם שולחים אותנו חזרה לאריתריאה, אני מת.
It's a comedy. You have this group of refugees trying to figure out what to do. The police come and herd them up. They're literally in the airport, and one of them is mistaken for an arriving African soccer player star.
חושבים שאני שחקן כדורגל מניגריה.
So he goes with it. He's not a especially good athlete or soccer player, but he manages to play this game for literally for some time. It's both very, very serious about the plight of these refugees and their status within Israeli society, and a human love story and comedy of how he pulls this off within that team. This was a really groundbreaking film within Israeli cinema and Israeli society. So that is one of the reasons, and a very compelling reason to have chosen it, because Israeli film is very good at taking a close look at society and the big issues.
Just in case it's not obvious, the Jewish Film Festival welcomes Jewish and non-Jewish people alike. Pamela plans to hold discussions with the crowd after each film, so there's an opportunity to ask and learn about any of the cultural points that come up. There will not be ticket sales at the door, so to see the films and check out all the trailers, make an advance visit to falmouthjewish.org online. A bit later in July, an older and larger annual treat for movie lovers gets underway. The Woods Hole Film Festival is back for its 34th year. It celebrates independent cinema with a lineup of award-winning films, from captivating shorts to powerful feature-length stories. Kicking off on July 26th and running through August 2nd, the festival transforms Woods Hole into a vibrant hub for filmmakers and film-goers alike. With more than 100 films running over those 8 days, it's impossible for us to run through each and every one of them here. They range from a feature documentary about a leaking barrel at the bottom of the ocean to a short comedy about an Elvis impersonator working as a music teacher. We had the chance to visit with festival founder and director Judy Laster and members of her passionate team to learn more about this beloved event.
Hi, my name is Judy Laster. I'm the founder and director of the Woods Hole Film Festival. The Woods Hole Film Festival was founded 34 years ago by me and Kate Davis, who is an Academy-nominated filmmaker, documentarian, because we were both making films, and we also wanted a chance to both show our films, but show films by other filmmakers. So we started out as a 1-day, 1-hour event with 5 short films, and it's grown over those 34 years to now an 8-day event that takes place every summer from the last Saturday of July through the first Saturday of August, plus year-round screenings twice monthly of films that were both at the past Woods Hole Film Festival and other art house films that we know that our audiences would like to see. And when we started this film festival 34 years ago, there were really no other film festivals around. We were the first, certainly on the Cape and Islands, and one of the first in New England. And the whole idea of film festivals wasn't something that is nearly as ubiquitous as it is now. People back then made films on film. They submitted their films on VHS tapes. We showed films on film projectors. And now we get nearly 1,000 submissions from around the world each year. And from those 1,000 films, we create a program that we think represents the best in emerging and independent film. And each year we screen anywhere from 110 to 150 films.
Just the experience overall is a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of really cool people, from filmmakers to local business owners around Falmouth to the people that work in the office. And I just really enjoy watching the films. We always get a really, really good lineup. And, it's a lot of fun. A lot of work, but getting to put on the festival is also a lot of fun. We all really enjoy it.
So in addition to the film screenings, we have parties that have live music at them. We have master classes, 2 master classes this year, panel discussions, workshops. And then this year, something new is we have a festival lounge in the back porch of the Captain Kidd, where every day from noon to 4:30, people can gather, either filmmakers, film goers, film lovers, and talk to each other about the films that they've seen or the films that they're interested in making. So really, the whole idea of the festival is to create this community for this 8-day period. So people can buy tickets on the website, but also our box office, which is located in the old Woods Hole Fire Station on Water Street in Woods Hole, 72 Water Street, is open daily. They can come in person and do that, or they can come to the festival headquarters, which is located at 89 Water Street on the 2nd floor. And we'll be happy to help people, whether it's selecting their films or anything about the festival, providing information. We have 4 locations.
The first being Redfield Auditorium, which is at the start of Water Street. You'll see a big submarine that is Alvin, kind of looks like a big spear, so look out for that. We also show at Clapp Auditorium, which is further down the street on Water Street, which is on MBL. And then at the end of MBL Street, you're gonna find Swope Center, which is where the Meg's Room is located, which is another one of our venues. And then we also show at Falmouth Academy, which is closer to downtown Falmouth. And those are our venues.
I mean, we look forward to the whole festival. You know, lots of people spend the entire year making this happen. It happens each year out of whole cloth. We go into every year not knowing what films we're going to show, not knowing what we're exactly going to do, but we know when and where and how. So for us, the exciting part is when the people come, when the audience comes, when the filmmakers come, when the lights go down, we show the films, and then afterwards we all gather and get a chance to talk about the films that we've seen, the films that people want to make. And it's really about creating a community around these films, both for conversation purposes, but also for educational purposes. And, you know, being in Woods Hole, we show a lot of films that have a science focus, and we integrate with the scientific organizations that are here to try and amplify both the work that they're doing and help them amplify the work that the filmmakers have done. So, yeah, we look forward to everything.
I look forward to the whole week, but I think a very rewarding moment is the last day of the festival when we have our closing awards ceremony as a time for everyone to celebrate all their work and get recognition for it. So I'd say the whole festival, but the last day is especially fun.
Want to learn more or catch a sneak peek at some of the trailers? Head over to woodsholefilmfestival.org. And that's going to wrap up this edition of Falmouth in Focus. Michael will be back soon. Until next time, we'll see you around town.